Known as the neighborhood with the highest median income, Bel-Air is famous for its ultra-rich residents and spectacular mansions. One of such mansions, called The One, is being touted as the world's most expensive home. It's an outrageous 105,000 square foot spec mansion perched on a 5-acre parcel in Bel-Air with panoramic views of the plebs below. Today we're going to take a peek at this huge masterpiece to understand why it satisfies its mind-blowing $500 million price tag. Now, if you like these videos and want to see more, then make sure you leave us a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notifications to be the first to watch all our new and exciting videos. I will be replying to every comment on this video as well, so good luck. The One is located on a Bel-Air mountain in Los Angeles, California, and it was developed by Niall Naimi. He is a former movie magnate who now specializes in property development for the super rich. In 2012, he bought 3 ranches from Rita Kogan, heiress of Space Invaders, for $28 million and merged them into one estate. For the huge undertaking, he employed the services of 600 workers who built the mega mansion in 8 years. The completion of The One was faced with challenges and missed deadlines. Unfortunately, his initial plan to build a permafrozen room and a jellyfish room in the house was eventually let off during construction. Development. The architect responsible for the project is Paul McLean, an Irish-born architect famous for designing spectacular mansions bought by Beyoncé and Jay-Z. The lavish interior designs were created by Catherine Rotundi, with large art pieces placed at strategic points to fill up the enormous space, with custom furnishings done by Vesta. A lot of time and effort went into the design of the mansion, just like any other extravagant property. To have an equal level view of the 4-acre lot, Niall Naimi had to slice off a hilltop. In the following weeks, trucks had to move and throw away around 40,000 cubic yards of waste. And of course, the hill, slicing, and waste disposal have not been without environmental and public legal issues seen in a lot of high-cost properties made in Los Angeles. Size. At 100,000 square feet, which is twice the White House's size, saying The One is huge would be an understatement. In the past, Niall Naimi sold a 32,000 square foot property that had an indoor pool, 4-lane bowling alley, and parking space for 5 vehicles. He admitted that the clients complained about the small size. Perhaps this influenced Mr. Naimi on the One project. These days, the idea of going gigantic with properties is beginning to circulate more now than ever. So much so that many developers inside and outside LA agree that no matter how large a building is made, buyers would still prefer those with a lot more space. Features. Inside The One, there's a coat room, 3 kitchens, LED ceilings that display moving cloud images, and 5 or more elevators. This house's size is like that of a shopping mall or even a small town. The mansion has a garage that can accommodate 40 cars, along with a sky deck that spans 10,000 square feet. The mansion view oversees Los Angeles, the Pacific Ocean, and the San Gabriel Mountains. It also has a jogging track of 400 feet that has been described to be floating atop Los Angeles with a moat surrounding the house on 3 sides. The main guard gate has some space dedicated to monitors for overseeing the entire area. Contrary to 2 or 3 swimming pools often seen in adobes of similar taste, the Bel-Air Mansion has 4 swimming pools with an extra indoor Olympic-sized pool. There are also 21 bedrooms, 42 bathrooms, a 2-story waterfall, and a nightclub. The main level has a library made of glass walls, and while Mr. Niall is not so particular about filling the spaces with first edition books, the water found on 3 sides is a must-see. Compared to other spaces, the master bedroom does not look very big while you're in it, yet it covers 6,000 square feet. Just like other luxurious mansions, The One does not fall short of having a bowling alley and other features like a 30-seat home theater, a chef's kitchen, a gym, and a spa. The attributes that differentiate The One from other mansions include the outrageous 200-person philanthropy space, a butterfly installation, a cigar room, a beauty salon, and a 10,000-bottle wine cellar. Furthermore, a candy wall was solely made for collecting sweets, and the floating pods feature gives a rare view of the city. The power. For the past 25 years, the One has been named as the most vital property project in LA, and the mansion is, of course, going to be sold to the highest bidder. Meanwhile, the sales process is not a mediocre one, as the only serious applicants would be considered to have a chance at getting this mansion, and potential buyers would have to jump several hoops to do this. The One is a magnificent mansion that doesn't just stun regular people, but also the elite and super wealthy. Using Google Forms, the mansion builder is presently collecting applicants for the home. Whoever eventually purchases the One would not only be rich, but the buyer would also be outclassing a row of other wealthy applicants in securing the mansion. The potential. The One's development is a historic feat due to the sheer amount of resources used to make it. The current holder of the most expensive home in Los Angeles is Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos, who bought a Beverly Hills mansion for $165 million. With the One's price of $500 million, this mansion is about to break the record. The 5-acre mansion would be the most expensive residential purchase in the history of the US should it get sold. Architectural Digest explains that according to city land legislation in Los Angeles, a mansion as huge as the One would no longer be built in Los Angeles. Following this report, no mansions in Los Angeles would match the One in its magnitude, and this could drive up the price significantly. Logic of cost. Few observers are criticizing the extreme price tag of the One, pegged at $500 million. For others, the One is simply an experiment to show how surged the luxury real estate market can be in LA. The price is probably above the perceived market value, but now Naomi would have none of the criticism. The price of the mansion would go for around $5,000 per square foot. While justifying the One's price, Mr. Naomi explained that in comparison with the per square foot payment for some Manhattan penthouses, this is actually half the cost. In describing his aspirational pricing tactic, he explains that home sales in LA have been on the rise over the years, and $500 million is situationally proportional to the One. Moreover, an exquisite creation like the Mona Lisa is so rare that it calls for a huge cost. For Niall Naomi, the One is in the Mona Lisa class of rarity. The client. The particular thing to note about these expensive properties in Los Angeles is that often they're not homes. These luxurious buildings are sometimes owned by international folk who love the feeling of owning a property in Los Angeles. Hence, they only visit sometimes yet continue to accumulate wealth as their land becomes more valuable. Such international folks are now, in fact, fueling the value surge of the real estate market in LA and have been a factor in the asking price of the One. When it comes to the One, Niall Naomi, as a professional property developer in the high-end market, is blunt and unapologetic about the price and size of the Bel-Air Mansion. Mr. Naomi hardly allows interviews because the mansion aims to be the most expensive piece of property in the world and not one for everybody to make direct inquiries about. Of course, only the ultra-rich would be able to purchase the One. While the public may not know who this is, Mr. Naomi explains that the price tag is fixed with a particular client in mind. Aside from having 7 houses in various locations of the world, including Dubai and London, the said client owns a $100 million yacht. Marketing. When marketing the One, distinct features are often used to wow prospective buyers, such as the fact that a whole temperature-regulated room is set aside for fresh flowers. The One's marketers have gone on to produce several videos of the mansion to showcase some of its exquisite features. They like to flaunt Los Angeles as the most inviting location to live in the entire world, even ahead of Dubai and London. This ensures that whoever owns the mansion knows that they're also getting a prime piece of real estate. Taking a look at some videos produced to advertise the mansion, one in particular stands out. It begins with a man parking his red Ferrari in front of the house. Next, we get glimpses of a wide stretch of glass and marble, eventually showing the spa, billiards room, cigar lounge, jellyfish, and more. There are also shots of stunning women swimming in the pools, and a quick shot indoors makes it feel like a party's going on. From the video, it's obvious that this mansion is advertised as the creme de la creme of real estate. Regulation. Current regulations exist to limit the size of mega mansions to some specific standards. These legislations are propelled by many things, including the formation of a homeowners alliance in Bel-Air for tighter control on gigantic homes. Some even opine that a project past 20,000 square feet should be turned into a commercial project. The stricter regulations are founded on the need for a reduction in hauling hours, better traffic flow, and gigantic unoccupied home control in an era of social inequality. Mr. Naomi finds these legislations ridiculous, but he should start to find a better foothold following the completion of the One. Perhaps the mansion would be more subject to some sanctions as these legislations get more aggressive, only time will tell. All in all, options remain divided about the architectural merits of the One. Some say the futuristic style will stand the test of time. Others claim it looks more like a mental asylum or hospital, or a rigidly geometric residential white elephant for that matter. What do you guys think about the One? Let us know in the comments below. As always, be sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, click the bell button to get notified of all our new uploads.